Welcome to Naturo. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share to help us grow and make more videos. I bet you didn't know how the Second World War left Berlin in ruins. Germany, defeated and devastated, was divided by the victorious Allied powers. Berlin, though located deep within the Soviet zone, was also carved up. The city became a microcosm of the emerging Cold War, a stark symbol of the ideological struggle between East and West. The Soviets controlled East Berlin, imposing a communist regime. The Western Allies controlled West Berlin, a beacon of democracy and capitalism. Initially, movement between the zones was relatively unrestricted. However, as tensions escalated, the situation grew more fraught. The economic disparity between the two Berlins became increasingly evident. West Berlin, aided by the Marshall Plan, experienced an economic boom, while East Berlin lagged behind. This disparity fueled a mass exodus of East Germans to the West, seeking better opportunities and greater freedoms. In the dead of night on August 13, 1961, East German troops, acting on orders from the Soviet Union, began sealing the border between East and West Berlin. Barbed wire fences were hastily erected, and streets were torn up. The city was cleaved in two, families and friends brutally separated. The construction of the Berlin Wall, a physical manifestation of the Iron Curtain, shocked the world. It stood as a potent symbol of communist repression, a monument to division and despair. The wall was heavily guarded with watchtowers, barbed wire and shoot-to-kill orders for those attempting to escape. The wall's construction had an immediate and devastating impact on Berliners. Families were torn apart, lovers separated, and the lifeblood of the city severed. The wall became a stark reminder of the human cost of the Cold War. It was a symbol of oppression and a source of profound sorrow. Life on either side of the Berlin Wall could not have been more different. In West Berlin, citizens enjoyed the freedoms and prosperity of the West. They had access to a free press, democratic elections, and a thriving consumer culture. West Berlin became a haven for artists, intellectuals, and those seeking refuge from communist rule. In stark contrast, East Berliners lived under the oppressive thumb of the communist regime. Freedom of speech was curtailed, travel restricted, and dissent brutally suppressed. The Stasi, the East German secret police, was omnipresent, monitoring citizens' every move. The economic disparity between the two Berlins was also starkly evident. West Berlin, fueled by Western aid and investment, enjoyed a thriving economy with shops overflowing with consumer goods. East Berlin, on the other hand, suffered from shortages, economic stagnation, and a lower standard of living. By the 1980s, the Soviet Union, weakened by economic stagnation and internal dissent, began to loosen its grip on its satellite states. Mikhail Gorbachev's policies of glasnost, or openness, and perestroika, or restructuring, unleashed forces that would ultimately lead to the Soviet Union's demise. In East Germany, popular discontent with the communist regime grew. Protests erupted, demanding greater freedoms and democratic reforms. The East German government, facing mounting pressure, made concessions, easing travel restrictions and allowing some East Germans to visit West Berlin. These concessions, however, proved too little, too late. The desire for freedom, once unleashed, could not be contained. The Berlin Wall, once a symbol of communist power, had become a symbol of its fragility. The world watched with bated breath as the Cold War, which had defined a generation, teetered on the brink of collapse. Section 5, a night of jubilation, the wall comes tumbling down. The night of November 9th, 1989 will forever be etched in history as the night the Berlin Wall fell. After a series of blunders and miscommunications, East German officials announced that citizens would be allowed to cross into West Berlin. The news spread like wildfire, and soon thousands of East Berliners flocked to the wall demanding to be let through. Overwhelmed and unprepared, the border guards, after hours of standoff, finally relented. The gates swung open and a tidal wave of humanity surged across the border. East and West Berliners embraced, tears of joy streaming down their faces. The wall, once a symbol of division and oppression, was being torn down brick by brick. The scenes of jubilation were broadcast around the world, capturing the euphoria of the moment. It was a night of pure joy, a testament to the human spirit's enduring desire for freedom. The fall of the Berlin Wall marked a pivotal moment in history, signaling the end of the Cold War and the beginning of a new era. Section 6. Echoes of Freedom, the World Reacts. The fall of the Berlin Wall sent shockwaves around the world. It was a victory for freedom and democracy, a testament to the power of peaceful protest. World leaders hailed the event as a triumph for humanity. In the United States, President George H.W. Bush expressed cautious optimism, acknowledging the significance of the event while urging caution. British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, a staunch Cold Warrior, welcomed the fall of the wall but expressed concerns about the reunification of Germany. Across Eastern Europe, the fall of the Berlin Wall had a domino effect. Inspired by the events in Berlin, popular uprisings toppled communist regimes in Poland, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, Romania, and Bulgaria. The Iron Curtain, which had divided Europe for decades, was crumbling. Section 7, The Legacy of the Wall, a symbol of hope and warning. The fall of the Berlin Wall stands as a powerful symbol of hope and a reminder that even the most seemingly insurmountable barriers can be overcome. It is a testament to the human spirit's enduring desire for freedom and a reminder that walls, both physical and ideological, are ultimately unsustainable. However, the fall of the Berlin Wall also serves as a cautionary tale. It reminds us that freedom is fragile and must be constantly safeguarded. The rise of nationalism, populism, and authoritarianism in various parts of the world underscores the need to remain vigilant in defending democratic values. The Berlin Wall Memorial, which stands as a stark reminder of the city's divided past, is a place of reflection and remembrance. It serves as a reminder of the human cost of division and the importance of tolerance, understanding, and dialogue. Section 8. The End of an Era. The Cold War thaws. The fall of the Berlin Wall marked the beginning of the end of the Cold War. With the Soviet Union crumbling from within, the ideological battle between East and West was effectively over. The United States, once wary of Soviet expansionism, emerged as the sole superpower. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 formally ended the Cold War. It ushered in a new era of global politics, characterized by the rise of globalization, the spread of democracy, and the emergence of new challenges such as terrorism and climate change. The end of the Cold War brought about a dramatic shift in international relations. Former enemies became partners and new alliances were forged. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, once a bulwark against Soviet aggression, expanded eastward, incorporating former Soviet satellite states. Section 9, Freedom's Embrace, a new dawn for Europe. The fall of the Berlin Wall paved the way for the reunification of Germany, a process that was completed in 1990. Germany, once a symbol of division and conflict, became a beacon of democracy and economic prosperity, playing a leading role in the European Union. The reunification of Germany and the fall of the Iron Curtain led to the creation of a new Europe, one defined by cooperation, integration, and the free movement of people, goods, and ideas. The European Union expanded eastward, incorporating former communist countries into its fold. The fall of the Berlin Wall serves as a reminder that change is possible. Even in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles, it is a testament to the power of hope, courage, and the enduring human spirit. The legacy of the Berlin Wall continues to inspire, reminding us that we must never take our freedoms for granted. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share to help us grow and make more videos.